Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Plan 3D Tutorial, and this is the second video of our E3D tutorial series. And so today we'll be learning about how to model an equipment in E3D. So let us begin without wasting any more time. So I have opened my E3D software, and if you have missed the first introduction video of our E3D and if you're not aware about how to create the site and zones, then I request you to please watch the part 1 of our E3D series, and then you can continue with this second video of equipment modeling. So moving on, so here is the E3D screen, and before that I'll just share you one document which we'll be doing in this E3D series. This is the document, like sample document, which we get from the Aveva for training purpose. Like it's a sample project, so I'll be sharing this. You can download by clicking the link from the description. So I'll just explain you what we'll be doing. So this is the overall sample project PNID, and this is the isometric view, and this is the GAs and the equipment GAs here, and that is the piping GA. So here we have of totally 4 pumps, like 2 pumps, and the same replica is to be copied for the other 2, and we have around 1 2 3 4 horizontal equipment and 1 vertical equipment. So in my entire series what I'll be doing is I'll be teaching you how to model 1 pump, then how to model 1 horizontal equipment, and how to model 1 vertical equipment, so that you can model the rest of the equipments by following the same procedure. Okay, so today we'll be modeling 1 horizontal equipment, that is this, and the tag of the equipment is E1302A. Okay, so let me teach you how to do that. So let us go back to our E3D screen. So here we are. So what we'll be doing is, see, we had created in our first video these 3 zones in the site E3D tutorial. Since we are modeling an equipment, we'll select this equipment zone, and on the left side you can see this equipment under the equipment tab. Okay, so I'll click on equipment, and what was the tag? We'll just see from here, E1302A/S1. E1302A/S1 underscore E3D. This is just for reference which I'm putting E3D, and click on OK. Okay, so our equipment has been like equipment folder or a subzone has been created. So I'll just tell you one very good practice. What you have to do is, after creating this equipment, create 1 sub equipment, in fact 2. 1 sub equipment will be for the equipment body, and 1 sub equipment will be for the equipment nozzles. I'll explain you why. So first let me just write it as body. I hope it comes, or okay, it already exists. So I'll just write the tag E1302A underscore body. Let's see, it comes. Yep. Okay, then 1 more sub equipment. Make sure you select this the main equipment. Okay, and create sub equipment E1302A underscore nozzle. Okay, it already exists, so E1302A underscore, just put nozzle, double Z. Okay, so these 2 we have created, and if you see here, we have the standard method of creating the equipments as well. So my aim first is to teach you how to create by using the primitives. Okay, this what we use, the shapes, different shapes are known as primitives. So first I have to create the body. Like we have two methods here to create. One is by using the primitives which are displayed here on the ribbon bar, and the second method is using the PDMS method. So first I'll teach you how to create using the E3D graphical method. And before that, if you can see that here we have the planes, different planes. You can select different planes where you have to model by just clicking on the side of the plane, whichever you want. If you want the front, just click front, top, right, left, anything. Okay, so and this dots, if you see, you can select to see from different views. So I'll just click on this. I hope, yep. So here is the horizontal equipment. So what is the diameter of the equipment? So what I'll do is I'll first model a horizontal cylinder from this end till this disc base. So what is the length? Let me check. It is 5655. Total length is 5655. Okay, so minus 100, that is 5555. Okay, let me just model that first. I'll click on this body. Then how do I want that equipment? That is a horizontal equipment which I want, which is going in this plane. So what I have to do, I have to model in this plane. If you see the northeast plane, so I'll click on the northeast plane, select the cylinder, and it is asking me the origin. For now I just want it to be on the 0 0 origin. 0 tab 0 tab 0 tab, and click on enter. Okay, now it is asking me the diameter. What was the diameter? This diameter is 460. I hope it is right. Yep, 460. I'll write it okay, here I'll write it as 460. Just press enter. Okay, the diameter has been accepted, and I have to give the length now. What is the length? It's 5555, right? Okay, so it's gonna be 55. Okay, I have to just click here and 5555 and enter. So you can see that our cylinder has been created. Okay, so the next step is to create this dish. 100 height and diameter is 460. So again, go to this equipment, go here to the primitives, and click on the dish, and the origin should be the center. And what should be the diameter? Diameter should be 460, and the height should be 100. Okay, I think the diameter of this cylinder is wrong, so we have to correct it. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, see, now this diameter is taken something wrong. I guess I have done some mistake, so we'll see what I've done, but we'll try to edit it. See, if you want to edit any primitives, what you have to do is click on that primitive, then there is a command, that is q attribute, QATT, just QATT. If you enter, you can see the details of that primitives or the object selected here. Okay, so the diameter is wrong, that is 949 it has taken, and the height is correct. So how do we change this? Just double click on this diameter line, and you can just write the diameter which you need now, that is 460, and enter, and you can see that the diameter has been updated. Okay, so this is the 460 diameter, and the height is, and the length is 5555. So now if you check Q attribute, any command whichever you want, just double click on that line and the command will be copied, and you can see that now it is correctly 460. And you can see that this view is in 3D, and if you want to see the view as 2D, just press F11. You can see that it has come in the wireframe. Okay, and let's see, we have one more tool, which important tool, it is in home and measure. There are different things you can measure, like distance, angle, and position. So first, coming to distance, let's see how to measure the distance. All you have to do is hold the left click and move over the equipment or the item which of the distance which you want to measure. So it will show you some peak points. Using that peak points only you can measure. For example, if I select this peak point and leave the left click and again click on the left click, hold it and leave the left click on this peak point, you can see that the distance is 327. So this is some chord distance, I guess. See, this is how you measure it. And again, if you want to measure the length, you can just go from this point to this point. So it is 5555. Okay, so this is how you measure things in E3D. So for now I'll just close this and let's move on to the next part. And next we have like this flanges. So actually speaking, this has to be in three parts. Like this is one cylinder, there's a long one, then again cylinder that is connected with the help of flanges. So for a shortcut purpose I have just created a single flange because that doesn't matter for us. Just graphically it has to look in the same manner and the overall dimension has to be same in piping point of view. So for now we'll model this 4 flanges, 6 flanges. So what is the size of the flange? The flange thickness is 25 and the diameter is 570. We will model one flange and copy the same thing for the rest of the flanges. So let us make this flange now with diameter 570 and thickness is 25. Okay, so what you have to do is go to the equipment and click on cylinder. Make sure that you have selected this the same plane, north south plane. So click on cylinder. Okay, select the origin, that is, okay, select the origin. Let me rotate it. Okay, let me just put it in 3D. Okay, yes. So what is now, first specify the diameter. So diameter was 570. So 57. Okay, diameter is 570. I'll enter. D, what is that? What is D? D was 25 on the inner side. Okay, 20. Just click here and 25. Okay, our one flange has been created. So for now what we can do is we have to copy the same flange for the rest. So our next flange is here. Okay, the distance between the two flanges is not given, so let us assume a 3 mm gasket and give a distance of 3 mm between these two flanges. So if this is 25, I have to move this flange by again 25 plus 3. This is the cylinder 2. Okay, this dish has been created outside. I'll just show you how to move it inside if by mistake it has been created out of your sub equipment. Okay, for now let us concentrate here. There are two methods. One is very simple method what I'll show you, that is like if there are some replicas of the same item, what you can do is click on that item, right click, copy, then just select the sub equipment, right click and paste. You can see that there is a cylinder 3 created. It will be on the same position. Okay, so I'll just select this, and there is other command like to move an item in E3D. We have a command like by east or west or any direction. Next we have to write the direction. For now we have to move in the west direction, that is this. So by W, and next the distance will be 28 because this thickness of the flange is 25 plus 3 mm gasket. Okay, so you can see that our flange has been created. Okay, just right click, C front. Okay, you can see that our flange has been created. Okay, so next is these two flanges, and the distance between them not given here. Okay, let us assume this as, since here this is 305 from the center nozzle till this end, so this end till the center will also be 305. Let us go back here. So next, for the other flange, let me show you another method. So next we have to get the two flanges here, like at a distance of 610. 305 into 2 is 610. So I'll show you this from another method. Go to home, and like we have copy offset. Select the cylinder. Which cylinder? First we'll take this one. Sorry, make sure you're selecting the right one. Okay, this is cylinder C1. So copy offset. So at what distance do I need this? 610. I needed that 610, but I want this end at the point of 610. So what I have to do, I have to copy it at a distance of 610 minus 25, that is 585. So copy offset, copy number of copies 1. How do you want to move? It is in minus x. You can see that here, if you see, it is x, minus x, y, z. Okay, so minus x means minus 585, and just click on apply. Yes, retain copies, and let me see if the distance is correct. So we'll measure the distance. Hold the left click, move towards the flange, and hold the left click, move towards this flange, and you can see that it is 610. Okay, so next we want one more copy of this flange. So I'll use the same method. Click on that flange, select it from this model explorer, and next, number of copies is 1. You can give, if there are like you need 3-4 copies at once, you can write the number of copies here. So I want 1 copy. So in what direction? Minus x, that is, and the distance is minus 28. Click on apply. It will ask retain copies. Click on yes, and I'll close this. You can see that our 4th flange has been created. So next we have to copy these two flanges. So these two flanges are like, let's see, the distance is actually not given, so I think it's not given. Yep. So let us assume this same distance, that is 305. So we'll maintain 305 from this point till this this edge, like the starting die of this flange. So I have to move this. So what I'll do, so let me see the distance, how much I have to move. So distance, measure, zoom in, this point till this point. I need this to be 305. So it is 5017 now. So how much do I have to move it? 5017 minus 305, that is 4712. I have to move it. So before that, I have to copy that. Copy. This is the same first method I am using. So you go on the command window and type by west, that is W, it is 4712. There has to be one space and enter. Now see that it has been copied. So let's measure the distance now from here till this edge. I wanted it as 305. It is 305, so it's correct. So I need one more, so I'll just paste it and select. So cylinder 3, I have to again move this towards the right by 28. So go to the command, double click by W. Now I need it by east, so by east 28 and enter. So this flange has also been created. Now if we see that our body is almost done, except that these 4 saddles has to be created. So we'll do it now, and after that it will be just be the nozzles which we have to create. So going on to the saddles, it is see the saddle size. Okay, the height is like 450 from the center, thickness is 150, and width is 380. Okay, back here, let's click on this sub equipment. Next, I'll go to this equipment tab. I need a saddle. What is the saddle looks like? It is a cube. So let us select the cube, click on the cube, and now it is asking me like specify the first corner. So first corner, I'll make it at the origin, or else you can enter this distance as well, that is this 1438 from the origin. I don't want that confusion, so first I'll keep it on the origin, and from there I'll move it to the required place. So first point will be 0 tab 0 tab 0 and enter. Now I'll just rotate it, and now it is asking me the second corner. So for example, by mistake, if you have like entered the wrong values in the first corner position, and if you want to re-enter it, just click the down arrow, not here, I mean the keyboard down arrow, and you'll see this tab, and click on that tab, and you can re-enter those values. So again I'll enter 0, 0, 0. This is the first corner, and the second corner will be like east, keep it as 0, because east defines the thickness and we don't have to define it now. We'll get another prompt to define that. So tab, what is north? Like because we are making this, the north is like 380, so just enter it as 380 space, and next height is minus 450 because it is going downwards, and next it is asking me the prompt to define the thickness. It is 150. I'll enter it, and the saddle is created. You can see that it is not in the center, so what we can do is just click on that box which is the saddle, and the 380, the end is at the center, so 380 by 2 is 190, so we can move it by S190, so it is in the center. So I'll just see it from the front view, right click, you'll get this circle, click on this eye and click on the front view or whichever view you want. Okay, so this is the saddle, and what is the distance from this end till the center? It is 1438. So before that I'll just clip the center on that edge. So by east 75, if I move, this is at the center. So then again by west I have to move it by 1438. See, you don't have to follow the same method which I am following, that is just which I feel easy, I am doing it. You might calculate and directly move it to the position. So this is not mandatory to follow the same steps. It depends on you to what level you want to make it easy. Okay, so one saddle is done. So just to make sure, let us measure if this distance is correct. So from this point to this point it is 150, perfect. And just rotate the model, and for rotating you have to just click on the center tab, I mean the center button of the mouse, and you can rotate. So next, this distance, it has to be 380, perfect. This height, it has to be like 450, yeah, perfect. So okay, this is fine. So we'll just copy the same saddle at a position of 2870. So now what we have to use is copy offset. So how many copies do you want? You want one copy. And at what distance you want? It is minus 2870. Click on apply. You can see that it has been created. Retain the copies, yes, and we'll close it. And let's see from the front view. Look at north. Okay, so our two saddles has been created, and the next one is on the opposite side. So next command what we have to use is copy rotation. This was copy offset, and now we have to just rotate the same item by copying it. And so copy rotation, select the box, number of copies is 1, angle is 180 and nothing, and the direction will be E, because this is the axis on which it will be rotated. So I'll just click on E and apply. You can see that it has been created, yes. So next we have to click on this box and make sure you click on this current selection again, and everything remains the same, and axis, the rotation axis also remains the same, and click on apply. Yes, retain the copies, yes, and we can close it. You can see that our body of the equipment has been created. You can see 4 saddles and the cylinder and the flanges, everything has been created. So let us look at north. Okay, so next what we have to do is create the nozzles. Coming back to our GA, here you can see that we have 4 nozzles, N1, N2, NS1 and NS2. So let us see what is NS first. NS1 is 100 NB and rating is 150 rest face flange. So which is NS1? Okay, this is NS1, which is at a distance of 305 and the height is 460 from the center. So let us go back to our E3D. Since our body is completed, we'll close this, and next you have to select the nozzle sub equipment. In this we'll be creating the nozzles. See, what happens is if you create everything in a single equipment, it gets mixed up and it will be difficult when you want to edit something. So you have to create separately body and nozzle. So I'll click on the nozzle, go back to the equipment tab, and what you have to create is you can see that we have an option of nozzle. I'll click on that. Here you can see you have to enter the name. What is the name? We'll enter the nozzle name as, first we will write the equipment name E1302A underscore NS1. Next I have to select the specification. This specification, for now I'll select it as ANSI nozzles. It depends on the specifications of different companies, so if there is a separate spec it will be displayed here. Okay, for now I'll take this ANSI nozzles and generic type. What type of nozzle? I want a 150 rating nozzle, because you can see that in the table it is given as 150 rating. So I'll just select that 150 ANSI flange. And next, what is the size? Size was 100 NB. Scroll down and select 100. Height, what will be the height of the nozzle? So the total height is 460, so only the nozzle height will be around like 460 minus the radius, that is 230. So it will be same as like same 230. This okay, height, let me enter it as 230. And the temperature, duty, these things if you want you can enter, but for now it is not important, so I'll create. Okay, see, it has been created but on the 0 origin, so I want to rotate it. So just rotate about the y axis. cos y, apply what angle? 90°. Apply. Okay, so now I have to move it at a distance of 460. You can see that from this center to the top it is 460. Okay, so to move you have to go for this position up by 460. Just go here. Okay, perfect. And next I have to move it at a distance of 305, so towards west. Okay, I'll change this to west, 305, and click here. Okay, so just rotate and check if it is okay. Yes, perfect. So our first nozzle has been created. So I hope you understood. Like, first we have to enter these details, and next you can change the position by using this position options, and if you want to do the rotation of the nozzle, you can use this rotation option. Align with, we will use it but in future, but for now I don't want to confuse you. This is the most simplest way we are creating, and you can now click on next. So you can create the next nozzle in the same way, but I will be doing that in a different way to just make you understand, which would be a much easier way in fact. So I'll close this nozzle. So one nozzle has been created. So I want to create the same nozzle, but it is coming in the downside, that is NS2. You can see that NS2 same, everything is same, just the name will be changed. So instead of creating that nozzle again, what I can do is I'll just copy it, the same method how we copied this saddles. So go back to this equipment, go back to home, then select this nozzle, copy rotation, object is current element selected, angle is 180, and the axis of rotation is not U, it has to be E. Okay, then click on apply. Yes, retain the copies and close it. See, it has been created. So you just have to rename it. So I'll just copy the same name and change it. Rename nozzle to this NS2. Apply. See, this is the easiest way to create a nozzle if it is similar. And next it is N2. N2 size is 80 and the rating is 300. So I'll just click on this nozzle here. I'll go back to equipment and click on nozzle and follow the same method. Name, what is the name? It is E1302N1. Ansi nozzle 150 rating and the size is 80. Height is same, that is 230, and this I won't do anything, and it has been created. You can see, I'll just look at north. You can see that it is, I have to rotate again. So first I'll rotate by 90 about the axis Y, apply rotation, and I have to move it towards the top by 460. It was 460, right? Yes, 460. And next I have to move it. Okay, it is facing to the bottom, so okay, I'll just rotate it, apply rotation, okay, and move it down by 460. Okay, so from here I have to move it towards the west at a distance of 550 plus 305, that is 855. So towards the west it is 855, and I'll click here. Okay, so our N2 nozzle is also created. So I'll just click on next. Make sure you are saving your work by clicking here or Ctrl S. And next, finally, we have this nozzle, that is N1 left. So now I'll just use the same copy paste method, copy nozzle and paste it. Okay, one method was to by using the nozzle, the second method was to copy offset, and third method I am showing you is just copy and just paste it at the same location. See, it has like it is created as copy of E1 through 0 to A N1. So I'll just copy that nozzle to this location. So from here till here it will be 4625 minus 550. Okay, so 4625 minus 550, it is 4075. So I'll move it by distance of 4075 in west by W 4075. It is here and it has to be on the top. So you have to select this nozzle, go here, just make sure that this is not the copy rotation, this is just the rotate command which you are using. First, this is we have rotate, advance and orient. So we'll use the advance. Current element is set. Next, the angle is 180 and the direction we'll see from here. Okay, with respect to you have to just see this axis. Okay, so I have to just apply it. Okay, so it is getting rotated with respect to this nozzle. No, I want it to get rotated with respect to this equipment. So this is how you set that. With respect to, you just write the tag of the equipment here, that is E1302A. I'll just copy this and paste it here. And next, the direction, you can see that it has changed, so I have to rotate the direction with respect to E, not the up, with respect to E, and apply. You can see that it has been rotated. Put in the front view, but this size of N2 is not same as N1, because N1 size is 150 whereas N2 was 80. So what we can do is, first let me just rename this as N2, apply. Next, what I'll do is, we have a modify option here. So here you have to click on nozzle, click on the nozzle, and here you can see that its attributes has been shown here. So you have to select 100. You can see here the size is 100, sorry, it is 150 and 300 pounds. So 150 I have to select, and the ratings is 300, so I'll select 300, and rest all remains the same. Click on next. Okay, this has been changed. And one more thing is, N2 rating is also 300, so this is N2, so okay, the names has been interchanged. As per the GA, this has to be N2. I'll just change it N2. As N1. Make sure you're in the right names whenever you're modeling. So this N2 is also 300 pounds. So N2, I'll click on this edit and select the 300 pounds or 300 ratings nozzle and click on next. But the size has to be 80. By mistake I have changed the size. Okay, and next. Okay, perfect. So our nozzles have been created. So I'll just save my work. You can see that our complete equipment, like this horizontal heat exchanger, has been created. So following the same method, you can create this equipment, this horizontal equipment, and actually we have to join these two equipments on the top. We have to stack it. This horizontal equipment will be stacked on the top. You can see this assembly like this. Next, you can use the same method to model this horizontal equipment. This I will model in the next video, just to make you understand how to make a vertical column. And next, this also you can modify, like model by using the same method what I have done today. So I hope you understood how to model a horizontal equipment or a heat exchanger using the primitives method in E3D. So in next video I'll show you how to model the column using the PDMS method. It is also a similar method, but you have to use a command to input primitive properties where you can select the type of primitives, and I'll just explain you that in the next video in detail. So I hope you understood everything about today's video, but still if you have any doubts, just comment in the comment section, so I can I'll try to clear your doubts in the comment section or in the next video. And also if you have any suggestion for me to improve in my channel, in my videos or something, you can also give your suggestions in the comment section. And make sure that you like my videos and check out my other playlist of Plan 3D as well, and share my videos to your colleagues, your friends who are planning to learn E3D or Plan 3D, so it is helpful for them, and as well as it will help me to grow my channel. This is the bare minimum which I expect from my viewers and my subscribers. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you up in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.